What's up, cats and dogs? Against the Boredom here. Yeah, Deadpool, baby. Yeah. I have not seen the new one, so no spoilers, please. So, all 11 of you that are subscribed to me, thank you. And I'm sorry, I'm it's probably against YouTube policy, but I don't get paid, so I don't give a shit. It's not craft beer. It's Coors Light, but it's in a pint. That kind of makes it European, right? Because they do pints, right? They don't do... How much is a pint? 16 fluid ounce. I want to say 16.9 fluid ounce is actually a pint. I think I'm getting gypped here. Anyway. What's been going on, guys? I know that you're due an explanation, because I did tell you. I'm trying to figure out if the lights are... See, when I look up, it reflects differently from my face. Weird. Anyway, sorry. Squirrel. So anyway, I know you're due an explanation as to what's going on. So, for 9 years, 2 months, 19 days, I was under the employ of the United States Army as an Army bandsman. I was a trumpet player for them. I am no longer, as of April 9th. I was medically discharged because my whole right side is just trashed. Now, I'm not combat wounded. I am not combat wounded. I am just a disabled veteran, officially. Because I've got so many things, basically during training and stuff, training exercises and stuff like that. I got injured, and just, Army stuff, man. I wasn't cut out for it, basically. I would like to have retired and had a retirement check and medical coverage and stuff, but it wasn't in the cards. It's not a thing. So, I had a big thing that I was going to talk about. I was going to say, hey, this about this and this about that and about the Army bands and all this stuff. But, I think, honestly, I'm going to just say a few short things. One, and I don't have a script here, so I may ramble. Sorry. One, the job came along, that being in the Army bands. Came along at the right time. It was the right thing to do. It was an honor to serve my country. It was. There were some good times. There were some bad times. I had good leaders. I had bad leaders. There were shitty people, and there were good people. Just like with any other job, man. There was Army bullshit, and if you don't know what Army bullshit is, find somebody that's been in the Army and ask them about Army bullshit. I'm sure there's shit in just about any branch. Air Force, Navy, Marines. I'm sure they all have their typical shit. The Army shit is, let's find the most convoluted, complicated way to do something and do things that way. Is what it is. Now, I have worked for organizations outside of the Army band, like I did the last year I was in. I wasn't even in the band anymore. And I worked for an organization that I'm not going to name. Not because there's anything bad. They're actually the most well-put-together organization, period. And they treated me like an adult, and it was amazing. Something I never got in the Army bands. Army bands, they treat you like the lowest common denominator. And there are some gifted musicians that can come in at a very young age, but they're kids, and they don't know what the fuck they're doing. I got in at 30. I was a grown-ass man when I signed the paper. So, there's a lot of stuff that the Army does, and they have to do things a certain way sometimes because they have to cater to the lowest common denominator. To the dumbest motherfucker, the one that's going to fuck it up for everybody else, they have to do it that way. I understand this. I just wish sometimes they don't have to do that, but they do. Is what it is. It was a pleasure to serve. It was an honor to serve. And yeah, anybody that's in the Army bands, I wish them well. I hope everything works out for them. I hope they stay in long enough to retire. It just wasn't in the cards for me. So, okay, that being said, that's done. So what am I doing now? I am a professional musician now. That is how I make the majority of my income. I am a musician. I play. That's what I do. I'm a lead trumpet player. But I can play classically, and it's also something that I do. I do make money playing lead trumpet for jazz, which was a big point of contention at the last band I was at. The commander was like, nobody pays to hear a jazz band. So I guess that money that I made that put a down payment on a Dodge Charger just doesn't exist. It never existed. Sorry. I promised myself I wasn't going to go into personal shit on that. That guy's an asshole. I don't like him. unbelievably one of the best lead trumpet players I've ever heard, too. No shit. True story. Anyway, so that's a done thing. So that's what I do now. I play, and excuse me. I am going to start teaching lessons. I have invested some money. Now, you see the racing chair I got? It's not a DX Racer, guys. I didn't pay $300 for this fucking chair, okay? This is I think it was like $90. So, it's made in China. It's a little bit janky, but it's actually comfortable for me. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I mean, you can sit back in it. And it's also got, it's got a recliner, so, oh God. It goes way back. And I think this is all the way up. You can adjust the neck, and it's got a lumbar pillow thing you can adjust. It's actually not bad. Really and truly not bad. I had to get a new desk because, again, this is my studio now. This is what I'm doing. I've got sound tiles on the wall. Where's my finger? There it is. Right here. That's sound tile behind a digital piano that I also use for MIDI input on my studio stuff. I've got sound tiles behind the computer desk. I've got actual studio monitors on the computer desk, and I've got my gaming audio too. The reason for that being, when you're mixing down something in audio, you want the most unbiased sound possible, and depending on the manufacturer and what it was made for, you may get certain attributes. Excuse me, that's probably going to happen a lot. I am drinking beer. You're going to get some attributes in the sound that you don't necessarily want when you're making a mix, because when you're mixing down something audio-wise, you want to have the flattest, most bass sound, bass meaning B-A-S-E, the fundamental sound, just where you can hear every little thing that's wrong with it, so you can fix it where, frequencies can overlap, and that causes distortion where those two frequencies overlap, stuff like that. And you want to be able to hear that well. And if your sound system is designed for like gaming or movies like mine's THX certified, so it's actually for movies, but it works great on games when I'm not using my headset. Which, by the way, these guys, is it gonna be? See, I think everything is backwards, and that sucks. I don't know why I don't know what. Anyway, this is SteelSeries. This is an Arctic 3 though, so it's wired. Okay, it's not the Bluetooth, and like I said, it's an Arctic 3. It's not USB either. It's analog. It's straight up freaking like plug it into the headphone jack. Okay, so you gotta configure everything for it. Sorry, but it's a great gaming headset. Sounds wonderful. It's not bad for mixing either, but I prefer my monitors because they're the most non-biased monitors. They're really small. They're like 3-inch guys. They're really small. I don't even have a sub for them, and I don't know that I'll get one. I just don't need them. I don't need subs for my monitors because the only thing the monitors do is when I'm mixing down, I want to get a good clean sound. So anyway, that's an investment. I've just been investing money into the studio. Really and truly, it hasn't been that much. It's been less than $1,000. I think it's probably been 1, 2, 3, 4, counting the headphones, maybe 4. That's counting the headphones. The headphones are probably like $70, guys. Those are not cheap headphones, but they sound good, and they were designed by audiophiles for gaming, which, considering that's the majority of what I do on the YouTube channel, ta-da! That's what we're gonna do. So that's the thing. All right. So I do play, I do game, but I haven't been gaming lately because I've just been too damned busy. I've only been out of the Army for 1 month. Sorry, I'm using my phone for the camera, and I think it's been tilting this whole time. It's been turning because I've got the power plugged in. I think it's been slowly turning it. Sucks. Anyway, So anyway, yeah, I've got to get back into gaming. Have not been gaming. Got to do it, man. I got to do it. Especially if I'm going to get back into the YouTube thing. I need to do that too. And I'll be putting some stuff up from some of the groups that I play with. Now, I do a lot of musicals. I've mentioned that before. I do musicals because you get to play lead and stuff in the musicals too. And that's really fun, especially when you're playing with a good group. That can be so much fun. And I tell you, I hated musicals in college. Hated them. If you're a musician out there and you're in college or maybe even high school or something, don't be like me and be an asshole and limit yourself to the stuff that you just think you want to play and that's it. Because I'll tell you what, man, you end up playing all kinds of shit to make money. It's a thing, and you're not going to be able to avoid it. Now, I'm no Wayne Bergeron or Roger Ingram or anything as it comes to lead trumpet, but I'm a very solid lead trumpet player. So much so that I am getting a sponsorship. So there's that. Now, I am trying to keep this YouTube channel, and I'll probably have another YouTube channel with my musician, what I actually do. I'll have it linked probably. It's two different things, guys. If I teach lessons or something like that, I'm not going to speak to my students the same way that I'll speak to you guys or that I'll talk when I'm playing a game. This is a personality, okay? Now, me talking to you the way I am now, this is me. Even when I'm playing a game, that's me too. But it's kind of me running my mouth a little bit. Something I wouldn't ordinarily do, especially in a professional environment such as, being a musician. Now, I can tell you, depending on the group you're playing in, things can get raunchy. Just jazz musicians, man, it can get pretty raunchy, but it's fun. It's a fun gig. I like doing it. So anyway, that's what I've been doing. That's what I did do. That's what I am doing. And as far as getting back into gaming, it's something I need to do. So again, I've invested money in the studio. The studio's shaping up pretty well. I'm sure I'll continue to invest money in. The studio is one of those things you continually invest money in because it's the better equipment you have and the more tools that you have in order to do your job properly, the better off your product's going to be and the better your product's going to be. And people recognize that. And I want to try to put out a good product, both on YouTube and professionally as a musician. So that's where I'm at with that. I think that's probably about it, guys. Hell, this is the third time I've tried to record this tonight, and I think I'm bumping about 12 minutes maybe. So that's actually pretty damn good. I think I did good on this one. So anyway, yeah, hopefully I'll get back into playing some games. I've tried some subsistence co-op with my wife and her brother. Hi, Icarus. That's his handle. So I'll definitely be getting into that, and we'll be streaming that. Not streaming, but I'll record it, and then we'll put that on. Got my wife's rig squared away. I said I was working on her being able to play. She's got a 7-year-old Dell XPS. Dell Dimension XPS. Huge case on this sucker. It's got like 4 fans in it. It's just, it's a beast. But it had an outdated video card. It had a dedicated video card, but it was really, 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 really old. 7 years old. I mean, on video cards, it wasn't much. So I finally, I should have waited, I guess, maybe another few months. But back, when was this that I did this? I think it was just a couple of months ago. Maybe. Hell, was it a couple of months ago? Yeah, it was about a couple of months ago. I went ahead and spent the $200 and got her a GTX 1050 Ti. Now, it's not top of the line by any stretch of the imagination, but it's plenty for this potato. It's running in I'm pretty sure it's a first-gen i7 quad-core. 4-core, 4-thread, I'm pretty sure is what it's running. But it's 4-core. And it's running like 2.8 gigahertz. I think it's running over 3 when it's turbo. So, and I got a 64-bit system on it now, so it's running like 10 gigs of RAM, I think. So it's kicking good, and it's playing all of the games that she wants to play, so I've got that going. I've got the gaming laptop over here to my right. That's also helps me with audio and video production, and I've got my main rig that I've had for about almost a year and a half now. That I'm going to probably upgrade the card on it, because I've got a Radeon RX 480, 4 gig. So I think I'm going to go with a 1066 gig. I don't even think I'm going to go with a 1070 because it's running an i5. I'll need to upgrade that at some point too. The laptop, the laptop's got better than, I think the laptop's the best PC we got in the house. That's an i7 7700 or 8700, I can't remember. I think it runs at like 3 something turbo, 4-core 8-thread, and the graphics card's a 1066 gig. And it's not the Q Max or whatever the hell they call it, Max Q, Q Max, the watered down version. No sir, full blown 1060, 6 gig. So that's cool. So I got plenty of stuff that I can run on, and I've got plenty of recording equipment now. So yeah, things are going good. I've been really focusing on my playing, which is what I'm going to do this summer mainly, is focus on my playing, get some stuff around the house done that has been in the works for the past year also. Now that Army is not occupying my time as much in between gigs. I mean, it is what it is. And then, yeah, get to the YouTube thing again. That'll be nice. It'll be nice to get back into it. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm thinking about what I can do to revamp it a little, and I may even kill the intro entirely. I thought about it, and I've seen some cats, and they do a thing. So I'm thinking I might just kill the intro entirely. I don't know, man. I don't know. All this stuff's going around in my head now. I started thinking about it, so I'm going to sit here and just stare off into space and go, If I do that, it's bad. All right. So anyway, that's pretty much what's going on, guys. Hopefully I'm going to see what I can do. I do have to practice the horn tonight. Every night, man. Every night. So I've got to do that. And so I'll probably watch a couple of YouTube videos while I'm doing that. However, I do need to put a video out. So what I'm probably going to do, I don't think I have any. If I have any that I haven't edited yet, that's going to be on the gaming laptop because I've transferred them. And so I'll get that transferred. And then, yeah. And then I may have 1 or 2 episodes that I've done in the past 6 months or so that you guys haven't seen. And so I'll try to put that out if I've got it going. And if I've got 1 or 2 that I haven't put out that I've either edited or I need to edit, I'll go ahead and take care of that, and I'll get that up. It's probably going to be Subsistence, though. It's about the only game I've played in the past few months. So anyway, hey, I guess that's it. Wow, awesome. So hey, just cuz. And this is something I'm going to be doing on the channel too, just in case. I vape too, because I smoked for 25 years. So, hey, thanks for coming out. Catch you cats in the comments, and let's play some games.